very limber also.
Hammers, nice, nice. Short hammers. Set it up, don't waste them. Don't waste them.
Keep moving.
Keep this way, Mark. Come on.
Besides Igor Vovchanchyyn, Heath Herring is only the second fighter in the top 10 that Mark Kerr has faced.
Use your left hand now.
Okay.
Hold his hand and use your left. Yank it out of there, Kerr. Yank it out of there.
That's interesting.
Use it. Judge, stick to me. Use that left hand.
I think Heath is actually going to go for armbar.
Use that left hand, Kerr.
And by going for the armbar, he's creating a struggle with Mark Kerr that's going to cause Mark Kerr to have to strain back, and it's going to work on his conditioning. I think this is going to be a battle of stamina in this fight, boss.
Yeah, that's the key factor to win the fight for Heath. Stamina. But we interviewed Kerr, and he told us that he is in perfect shape. He totally changed his training routine, and he said that he's in a very good shape. So hey, we don't know what to expect this time.
What?
Okay.
What was that?
I don't know. It looked like Kerr was stacking up, getting ready to go for an ankle lock, but then. This is not an exciting fight right now. This is what people were hoping that Mark Kerr would not go back into. Now he hasn't landed a single strike rate. He's waved his arms in the air, but he hasn't really hit Heath Herring yet.
Yeah, you're right. I think this fight is going to be interesting in the second or the third round.
When they have the stand-up restart.
Yes. Or when the referee will break and stand him up. It will be very exciting too. Let's try our thing again.
Okay, right now, boss. And we've discussed this before when Fujita fought Gilbert Yvel, when Mark Kerr fought Igor Vovchanchyyn. Who's winning this fight?
Yeah, it's very difficult. You know, it's difficult to say. He is very active. Mark is very active too. Only he doesn't hit, he doesn't connect, but he doesn't connect either. It's I would call it a draw. You know, if none of them makes progress or improves his position, I would say, okay, let's make it a draw. Does the takedown count if you fight for the rest like this? I don't know. There's a hand.
Stay busy. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, Mark. Let's go, Mark.
Yep.
Let's go, Mark.
We have to wait. I think it's going to be more exciting in round number 2, like I said. Because I see this as the to the end, going to the end of this round.
Kerr hasn't really tried for a submission. He hasn't really tried to ground and pound that much. Oh, there he goes.
This is better.
Now, this is better for Kerr. Kerr hopped over, and now Heath on the bottom has half guard. Kerr on top has half mount. But Heath is not going to let this be a factor.
I don't think so either. And sometimes from half guard, it's easier to escape than from a guard. So, because you can use the back door now, you know, you got one leg less to worry about. Kerr should try to go all the way out to the side mount and then continue. Because in earlier fights, Kerr we showed that he was very effective in that position. He can go for some submissions, striking. What he shouldn't do is put his left arm around Heath's neck, because if he does that, Heath only has to twist to the right.
Okay, there it is.
Now
that's the end of round 1. Mark Kerr was on top, and I guess the judges would say that he won the round, but it was by no stretch of the imagination an exciting round.
Nope. You're right, exactly. I think the same thing. Judges would go now in favor for Kerr. And this is where stamina is going to play a factor.
Okay, now, we went into, in the beginning of the program, about how Mark Kerr was under a huge amount of pressure to win. Do you think that the pressure is making him fight conservatively in order to just get the win?
Yeah, I think so too, but you know, if I look at him right now from this position, oh, he has some things. He looks in a great shape, so he should just go for it. That was the takedown. He really tried to avoid it, but it didn't work against the master wrestler Kerr. But yeah, it's like you said, you know, it's
there's the Kimura by Heath trying it, but he doesn't have the good leg position.
no, and he should do it from guard would be more effective. And he's going for it again.
But at least he's trying it, and he's making Kerr think about it, rather than just being static and trying to defend.
Yeah, here we see Heath Herring.
I think one of the things, at least from my vantage point, there's pressure on Kerr to not only win, but also to make an exciting fight, because the fans don't want to see another lay-and-pray situation like we've seen in the past.
Oh.
They want to see action. They want to see mixed martial artists, like, for instance, DAIJIRO, MATSUI, and Pele, where they went to the ground in the previous Pride. They were all over the place. They were bouncing around, trying for submissions, picking each other up, slamming each other. They want to see that kind of a ground fight. They don't want to see one guy falling asleep on top of the other guy.
No, like we saw in the last fights, they start booing in Kerr's last fight, and Kerr doesn't want to have that again, so he has to make an exciting fight, and that's a lot of pressure right now for him.
Now, Heath, oh, there's the knee, but Kerr grabs it. Heath almost got his back, and they're down again. He tried the right knee, but Kerr immediately grabbed it, took him down, back in Heath's guard, but Heath has the right instep under Kerr, and he could sweep Kerr to the left because he's got a double underhook here.
He should do it.
Double overhook, that is.
He should do it now. That would be a perfect turn.
He really should. He should turn counterclockwise to the left, straighten out
Mark
right
is going to
leg.
go for Kimura, I think. He's going to try to catch the hand behind his back. Watch this. It's a trick. He does this.
And he gives up the butterfly guard with the right foot under Mark Kerr's thigh and gets a closed guard behind Mark Kerr at this point.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit of the same fight now as we saw in round number 1.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate because if this round goes the same way the other round does, it's going to create a little restlessness in the crowd.
Stay busy, Mark. Stay busy, Mark. Mark, stay busy. Pass the guard. Pass the guard.
But does Kerr have the facility to deliver any other kind of a fight?
Yeah, we don't know because we haven't seen him do it in his last 3 fights. And he's good at passing the guard. Now, I don't know with the guard of Heath because he's got really tall, long legs, and it's very difficult to... oh, it's a stand-up? No, down. Oh.
Heath wanted to stand up, but...
he was celebrating already.
Yeah, he was getting ready to throw something.
So, but Mark is very strong, and he can break the guard. The guard is open right now. If he passes the guard, go to the side and do what he has to do. He should move more, make moves, attack.
He's got to move his hips. He's got to try to get his heels on Mark's hips. He's got to play with Mark's arms, slap him on the side of the ear, punch him. He's got to get busy, just like you say, boss. He's got to move. Yep. He's got to be, if I were him, I'd be tilting hips side to side, trying to do something. Kerr being a master grappler, it's really going to be a situation where, oh, what's he doing now?
He tries to go for that arm again, but Kerr's very strong with the arm. It's going to be very difficult to submit Kerr, trust me.
Yeah. Nobody's come close. The closest thing that Kerr has come to a stoppage was when Igor VOVCHANCHYN stopped him with a knee to the head, of which at that time was not a legal knee, of which now they've changed the rules back to the old mixed martial art rules. And Heath getting that leg up top, trying for something, but Kerr passing the guard back down low again.
He should move more. People start booing again. You see, this is what
People do not want this kind of a fight.
Yeah, the ref should put it up. Stand them up.
This was one of, back in the early days of mixed martial arts, when Royce Gracie first came out in the UFC and pulled the guard and would have this kind of fight, the fighters on top, many of them didn't know what to do, so they ended up getting caught in a submission. But once the fighters learn defense against this, then sometimes fighters would get in this position and not know what to do, and it would result in a boring fight. Now, we really don't want to see that happen again tonight because of one fighter is able to shut down the other fighter.
No, and it looks like it's going to happen. That's the bad thing, the bad part. Yeah. I think we have to, he should twist him to the right.
Right hand to the ear. Come on, you gotta
Heath should twist Kerr to the right.
Yep. The rope is there, okay, but at least, you know, throw him off balance, see what you can do. He should move.
Now he's got full guard again.
Yeah, it's not going to happen now. Referee should stand him up.
I agree. At some point, Heath has got to explode with some movement and maybe even punches from the bottom, just to get things going on.
Yeah, it's difficult to fight a fight like this.
But are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised at all. It's logic. It's a game to play, and he's going to win this way. It's not an exciting way, but he's going to win this way. But,
exactly.
And if you play it a little different, it's going to be dangerous against a guy like Heath. So,
okay, now we're going to have a reset. Finally. Now he's all psyched up.
Yeah, he's going to get a yellow card.
He's all psyched up. Who's getting a yellow card? Kerr?
Yes.
Kerr gets a yellow card, and he's going to throw a bomb here.
He's going to throw one.
Oh, what a kick! What a kick by Heath Herring!
Full in the head.
Mark Kerr took that kick. It was a huge right roundhouse kick, a la Tom Erickson when he caught him. And Heath Herring is kneeing him in the head. He's going to stop Mark Kerr. Kerr's in trouble. Kerr's out. Kerr's really in trouble. The fight is over. Heath Herring.
Unbelievable.
Took care of it. He took care of it, boss.
Oh my God, this guy, he is so freaking strong in his kicks.
Wow, what a kick. That kick landed right on the button, and to Kerr's credit, he took the shot.
Oh my God.
He was really dizzy.
I want to see the rerun of this. I want to see that kick to the head. This was a devastating kick, and he didn't flinch Kerr first. It was strange. My God.
You know, it's gotta really be a frightful sight when Heath Herring gets back up off the bottom and gets that look in his eyes.
Oh,
like screaming. And
here we go. Watch the kick.
Throwing the kick, and he missed the kick.
No.
Now he's going for the takedown.
They didn't show the kick that was hitting.
They're going to show the other kick.
They have to.
Yeah, because now Heath is going to start throwing the knees right there, and he's going to knee him over and over again. And it was a TKO by referee stoppage. Knees. It was a referee stoppage at 4 minutes and 54 seconds, and Heath is just in Terminator mode, kneeing him to the head. Heath Herring is really devastating right here.
Wow.
And look at him, he's psyched. But I want to see that high kick.
I want to see that high kick too, please. People, if you can hear this, show us the high kick.
It was round 2, folks. 4 minutes, 54 seconds. TKO. Heath Herring. Now this really puts him up high in the rankings.
Listen, man, I'm telling you, this guy is like the man. Everybody in the whole business is going to have difficulties with him. He is strong, conditioned, well-rounded, punching, kicking, kneeing. He does the whole package, submissions. He's got it all, wrestling skills. And he's, what is he, 24 years old?
He's 23.
23 years old. He's just, he told us in the pre-fight, he's growing.
EBENEZER Pitbull Fontes Braga, 32-year-old gentleman from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The ever-lovable 28-year-old from Japan. This is his 9th time in Pride. Ebenezer, this is the 3rd appearance he's made in the Pride Fighting Championships.
Yep, and Matsui wants to go. You can tell by the way he looks at him.
Well, he's got a height differential, so that's going to definitely favor him in the stand-up match. Ebenezer seems a lot bigger, but he's leaner.
Yeah, they're about. Oh, yeah, he's a little more heavier. There we go.
Matsui switching to southpaw.
Ebenezer looks like he's already waiting to deliver a knee when he shoots. For some reason, I have that feeling. Yep. To overcome the distance, the length advantage that Ebenezer has, it's a little bit difficult, so that's why they're trying each other out a little bit.
Good combination there by Braga. Got him in a plum Muay Thai clinch. Matsui lateral drop straight down and escapes. Braga's got his back. Rear body lock position.
I tell you, this is going to be very exciting.
The thing that really impressed me about Matsui in his last fight with Pele is they did the unexpected. He's going to need that tonight in spades against Braga. Braga, one of the calmest, most methodical terminators in the game.
Yeah, when we saw him against Jeremy Horn with the guillotine choke, nobody expected that either.
No, they didn't, because at that time, Jeremy Horn was on his way up. They met. It was Ultimate Brazil, and he beat him in 1998.
Wow, then we got the Marco Huas stamp. I think he's the first one who started it.
Yeah, he's the first guy I saw do it in the international scene.
Yeah, it's like Peter Smith did it in Thai boxing a long time ago in Thailand.
I've also seen it in the Three Stooges.
Okay, you got me, man. You win this one.
Yeah, but you won the opening, so.
El Guapo actually won the opening.
You won the opening. You had like 7 women riding, and I'm over there. And
you had Jeff.
I had Jeff Sherwood. Jeff Sherwood, SureDog.com.
Perfect. I like this. A break.
Oh, yeah. Now, here we go. It's going to get exciting. One thing I noticed is that Matsui surprised Braga with the right hand in standing.
He was so fast with his punches without the big blow. His hands are great.
Probably been doing a lot of mitt work in Brazil with Luis Alves.
It's kind of the style like Pedro Rizzo, huh?
Yes, yeah. It's got a lot of that kind of motion, that kind of rhythm. Yep. But very relaxed.
But Ebenezer is a little bit more explosive. He's coming. He really wants to land that knee.
Oh,
there he goes.
A good left hook and nice spin there by Matsui into the guard. But I don't know if he wants to stand there because those long arms of Braga could start grounding and pounding.
Yep, like he did in his match against Funaki. He hurt Funaki a lot from being in Funaki's guard. He hit him a lot to the head.
Yeah, when Braga fought Funaki, and that was April 18, 1999, it was ruled a draw, but many people felt that Braga definitely won the fight.
Yeah, and what he also did, he really worked the body and head. He's going to show it now too. He's going from body shots to head to body, and everywhere the body picks. The solar plexus, liver, the whole package.
See him patting him on the top of the head like that? I'm not going to go there again with the Three Stooges. But I don't think that they think it's funny.
Not right now, I guess. Yeah, the long arms of Ebenezer, and again, I cannot tell you enough. He has to create some distance so he can generate more power. That's what he's trying now. And Matsui's holding his arm like he wants to go for an armbar, but now he makes it the left shot to the head.
Ebenezer is primarily a striker, but he does have a few submissions in his arsenal. He's won fights with triangle choke, and as we said about his victory over Jeremy Horn with a guillotine choke. It looks like he might be going for a neck crank here.
Lifting him, pulling him out of the corner, away from the ropes.
So he saved the referee the job of doing that, because in the ring of Pride, if the fighters are slipping outside the rope in the ground position, they will restart the fighters toward the center of the ring for the safety of the fighters.
Yeah, Ebenezer leaves his hands a little low, so I really think Matsui is going to attack an arm for an armbar, straight armbar. That's what I think. He's leaning it, he's holding the arm all the time. I really think he's going to skip out and he's going to try to go for an armbar. I don't know if it's smart to do, because then Ebenezer will pass his guard and go to the side, or maybe stand up. But it looks like he wants to do it.
Right now, Braga is not doing as much damage as I thought he would in this position.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Because Matsui is doing a good double overhook, crossface, double crossface, and he's landed a little shot of his own and didn't do anything.
And he's not working the body either, like I said that he would.
Braga hasn't fought mixed martial arts for a while, since his loss to Akira Shoji, and that was January 30th of 2000. So it's been over a year and a half since he's been in the ring of mixed martial arts, and that was in Pride.
But these guys, they have a fight every day in training there in Brazil. Oh, he's tapping his hand like Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. Look at that. There's that Three Stooges thing. It's something about the people that train at Takada Dojo, Kazushi Sakuraba, Daijiro Matsui. There's a little bit of comedy involved, because I think there's got to be a whole lot of confidence in their grappling ability to pull things like that off, just slapping the guy on the top of the head.
Just when you do it, you know, slap his ears or something, you know.
Well, I think he's doing it to distract him, because the guy's thinking, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, that's true. I expected Ebenezer to throw more shots and harder shots, especially because he's been concentrating more on striking lately, because he was fighting in the K1. Maybe again he thinks, you know, why take this? There we go.
There have been fights that Daijiro Matsui has had where being in the guard wasn't a good idea, like when he fought Todd Medina in King of the Cage, which he spent on his back in the guard and got pounded. But he hasn't been getting pounded yet. It's, I think he's waiting to explode with his submission.
Yeah, like I said before, it looks like he wants to go for an armbar, because he holds the arm in a particular way. It is a setup for an armbar, but yeah. Dangerous is in this game, especially later in the round, the sweating. It's when you go for submission, you can lose the control, you can lose the better position that you have right now. I mean, the guard always beats side control. Yeah, that's not going to do a lot of damage.
Well, they've really got to do something else.
Yeah, a stand-up would be good right now.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if the referee restarted standing, because it's almost a stalemate position, because Braga hasn't really landed that many effective shots. Matsui, obviously, from the bottom can't land effective shots, and he hasn't gone for submissions. He just basically kept a tight guard behind Braga's back and held on and shut down Braga's striking. So, in a way, if you have to judge a fight, you have to go with Braga, who's more aggressive.
Yep. But like I said, if it doesn't have any effect, it's not effective striking, yes, the fight's going to be up.
Yeah, good.
Very good. He heard us.
Oh, yeah.
He heard us.
He tapped into his psychic reader's net.
That's it. I was
I was meditating.
There we were.
Chanting. Oh, no. I guess he's going to restart him towards the center.
Okay, we chanted wrong. We chanted wrong.
Okay. We'll have to do another. Okay. We'll go higher than lower.
Yes. I see this is not going to work.
Dear referee, we are tuning in, telling you to restart the fighters standing.
Yeah, they're going to ride this round out like this, and then second round,
Braga's going to try and keep standing and initiate him.
Exactly.
So far, it's a lot of slapping from Matsui and a lot of punching, which has been blocked primarily by Braga on top.
We got 50 seconds left, 50 seconds left in round number 1. Yeah, they're not going to stand it up anymore.
Matsui did say he feels he could defeat Braga on the ground. He's seen him fight in K1 and realized that he's really improved his standing game. And Matsui says that he doesn't really fight for fame or fortune. He just wants to fight the strongest fighters. And he really wants a rematch with Anderson Silva. And he feels that a victory over Braga is the first step toward this.
Yeah, well, then he has to do more than he does now.
Yeah, because he's going to give away this round.
At least go for submissions, do something. It's only like 15 seconds left.
He's got his knees stacking up there. He's got to do a heels on hip push and stand back up, but then standing back up is going to favor Braga. End of round 1. Not an exciting round by any stretch.
No, it started out real well, and then at the moment that I was telling the audience, oh guys, this is going to be an exciting match, it turned into a different kind of match. So maybe I shouldn't say it anymore, or every time when I say it, I knock on this table. Is it wood? Yeah, it's wood. And then we got the ring girls.
Yep. DAIJIRO Matsui getting administered in his corner. Nobuhiko Takada, the famous pro wrestler over here in Japan, in the corner with Matsui, giving him advice. Matsui conferring with Takada. There's that left-right uppercut combination and trying to pull a plum clinch and deliver the knee to the body. Matsui cross-arming and ducking out, escaping, but then getting into a reverse body block and leaning over the ropes. Matsui could have been suplexed, but the ropes were a factor there. And there's that uppercut again.
I like this sprawl. Watch how the reaction, the reflexes of Ebenezer. Watch this. Whoop, he's gone.
Yeah, that was
phenomenal reflex.
It was exactly right. It was a reflex. You don't have to, because you can't think in that ring.
No, it has to come automatically.
You have to have drilled that so many times and been under pressure with it so many times. There are.
Hey, that was the drum, the totem drum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
little conga drum action on his head. A lot of rhythm there being assessed in round 1. What would Takada be telling Matsui right here?
I don't know. I said, don't go to the ground. And if you go to the ground, be in his guard or at least on top. But you don't want to have him in your guard anymore.
Because that didn't work.
No, it didn't work for sure. No, it's not going to work. If it doesn't work the first 10 minutes when everybody's still fresh, it's not going to work the other rounds either. Strategy, you have to change the game plan now.
Matsui may be in a damned if he does, damned if he doesn't situation here, because to stand up with Braga, in my opinion, would be disaster.
Yes. No, he's not gonna. That's not gonna work for him.
And to go to the ground, Braga is good enough a wrestler. He's going to be on top. He's going to end up on top. He's big enough. He's good enough of a wrestler. But Braga wants to do a K1 fight. He wants to do a stand-up fight. And there's the sprawl, beautiful pancake sprawl, and Matsui spinning that wild guard spin. Matsui on his back.
And you see also Braga, when they stand up, he comes close, very close to Matsui. He isn't afraid of the takedown. He's very confident that this is not a wise thing to do.
Yeah, Braga should have just stayed up.
And I hear the people already because I really hope that this is not going to look like round number 1.
As we saw enough now, he's got an open guard. He's trying to stack his knees up high, but Braga keeping close enough where it's going to be difficult. Going for a neck crank there, boss.
Yeah, normally I use that to break somebody's guard, but Matsui is small, so I don't know if neck crank is going to work if he has enough leverage to pull that neck. With tall people, it always works. Tall and very muscular. Yeah, Braga has to stand up. He knows his game is on his feet. I mean, he didn't do any damage with his game. This is good.
Heels on hips there. Matsui pushing Braga up.
Just let him get up. That's it. That's it.
Matsui, knee to the head there. It almost landed. It didn't.
Oh, he's got the front choke, the same as he had with Jeremy.
And you know, this guy's got a really good front choke, guillotine choke. Now Braga,
he's going to get a knee.
He's going to. Matsui's not going to stay there because Matsui hustling here, really hustling, staying out of harm's way. He was in a bad position there for a knee strike.
Very bad, and Ebenezer's going to throw it. I mean, that was seconds away.
If I were Ebenezer, I would stand back to the middle ring and make the guy stand up.
Get up, you.
Because why? Because what's he going to do here? He's going to land a couple kicks. He's not going to kick him in the face. Matsui was too good on the ground defensively with strikes in this position.
Yeah, but maybe he thinks, you know what, let's take a few deep breaths before I do it. Because he's right now in the position, you know, he can breathe, relax, take some extra breath. Oh, anyway. Not anymore.
Oh, good right hand by Matsui. Right on the button. Right on the button. It looks like Braga is stunned by that punch.
He's still. Oh, he should step away.
He hit Braga right on the button.
Wow.
I think Braga's head must be spinning right here, but Braga, he's been hit before, and he's been hit by a lot harder punches than that in Jerome Labana. Of course, he got knocked out by Labana in the first round, but...
Did you remember when he came up, when I said he has to take it to the ground, but you never know, he can surprise him with a swing or something, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because like I said before, those guys from Takada Dojo, there's a shoulder strike,
yeah.
Sakuraba, and now Matsui doing things that people do not expect. Throwing a punch against Braga in a standing war. We didn't expect it.
Nope, and everything helps. I'm telling you, if he was stunned, every little thing that he does now will help. Not right now, he's recovering now.
Now, Matsui has got to be really careful of that right high knee from Braga in this position. Braga, right there.
There you go, baby.
You can't tilt that head too far to the left because Braga can knock him out from here. It's a trick Ernesto who's patented in his K1 fights.
Yeah, they're very limber and they come real high.
A tall guy has a much more advantage in the clinch with knees.
Here we go again. Perfect. I like this.
I want to see a right hand by Matsui again. Come on, Matsui. Matsui, shoot.
What a good takedown defense he has.
He should throw the knee. Throw the knee. That's right. He's got him in a bad position. Matsui's got to tuck and roll here or do something. He can't stay there. He falls back into the...
He should have done that at the moment he got the knee. You know, that would have looked like really cool.
Matsui in the classic butt scoop position.
Yeah. The good one. Whoa.
But he missed.
He missed, but
that was
I like the try. He got a 10 for trying. You know, there was the undo glove kick, you see? That's when you need extra chance to breathe, you know, you kick the hand in the glove and comes. It's a special Brazilian trick. Oh, no.
Don't go on the board again, because now we're going to be in another slowdown here. Braga should have made him stand up, but maybe that right hand changed his mind.
Yep, he thinks, you know what, I don't want to have another shot like that. Let's play it safe. Because right now I'm ahead on points. I play my cards right. I'm going to win this fight.
I think Matsui is one of the most spirited fighters I've seen in prime. He's got so much energy, so much enthusiasm. He just loves to get in there and rumble. He loves the game.
And he wants to go. Oh, round number 2. That was a fast round. It looked like a 2-minute round for me. But it's because it's exciting.
And you know, I don't think Matsui won it with the right hand because Braga defeated his takedowns with a sprawl. He ended up in his guard. He attacked more with kicks, even though some of them missed. And I think Matsui is down 2 rounds, and he's going to need a submission or a knockout. And I don't think he's going to get a knockout.
We never know. If he can throw that right hand again, he's going to go down. I mean, how many of those shots can you take? Here we go. I'm probably going to show the hand.
Here's the right hand. That was a beautiful right hand, right on the button.
Wow.
And he rocked his neck, and you know, that's where the knockout occurs, is when you snap the neck to the side like that. It sends a shock down. Oh, it's a beautiful chopping right hand.
Yeah, that made him change his mind.
Good right hand. And Braga just thought, where the heck, where did that come from?
And what to do now?
And here he goes with that face kick from standing.
Which made a glove kick, you see? There we go, the glove. Thank God for round number 2. Turned out to be an exciting match now. Let's see what's going to happen. I hope that Ebenezer is not going to play it safe and go for that takedown and land in the guard and play out. Because for him, he thinks, if I beat this guy, I beat the guy who beat it,
Pele. Right. So, but to be fair, Matsui outweighed Pele by a little bit. Not saying that that's the reason why I beat him, but now here Matsui's outweighed a little bit himself. It's like a bigger version of Pele, but their fighting style is different because Ebenezer Fontes Braga is much more conservative than the Shootbox Academy guys, which Pele is a member of. As a matter of fact, that conservatism, he should really let it go in this round. He should just go out there and start throwing punches and kicks and see if he can take Matsui out of there.
Yeah.
He's ahead on points, though.
Oh, yeah, way ahead. And also use the long knees, the knees to the head, like you said. He's very good at it. Yeah, and watch out for that hand. He sticks his head up all the way high. You see his jaw. It's a little dangerous thing to do. Whoa, whoa. That was an uppercut in the left hook. Unreal.
I want to see a left inside kick by Braga. I don't understand why he doesn't throw the left inside kick.
Yeah, I think he's afraid for the takedown if he does that.
Maybe.
His sprawl is not good. Yeah, because that's the... Oh, whoa, look at this. Oh, kick to the liver from the back.
Now, just move back. Just step back. Braga should just step back instead of playing this game with him. It missed. You like those liver kicks, Box?
Oh, man. I love them.
You ended some fights with that.
Oh, yes. Knees, kicks, punches, everything. Yeah, walk back. If he stands up here, that wouldn't be a wise thing to do because then he got him right against the ropes in the corner, and then he can unload.
If he stepped back 2 feet, it would really make it to where Matsui almost had to stand up.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't be step back. He wouldn't step back to the center of the ring. Just step back about 2 feet, make Matsui get up, and then attack as soon as he stands up.
That is the perfect strategy, Steven. These kicks are going to take his toll too because they have impact. It's not like he's hitting the shin.
Okay, good. I'm glad. They're going to take their toll, but in the last round,
yep, you're right.
If it was the first round, it would take more of a toll. But the last round, you're pumped with adrenaline, and it's not going to take as much of a toll as it would in the first round because then it would have time to really affect your body. Braga really trying to land that right uppercut over and over again.
He loves it.
And it's a real short uppercut.
Oh, that was a good left.
Yes, it is. It's progressively gotten better. First round, a little static. Second round, a little more action. Third round, a lot of possibilities.
Whoa, and there he comes again, and he connects with the right hand and the left hook.
Matsui can't start this stand-up thing. Oh, drop kick there by Matsui. And Ebenezer trying to pay him back with a kick to the face while Matsui's down.
Ebenezer got some real good reflexes.
Yes, he does. He's starting to get his timing down and figure out DAIJIRO Matsui. In control, the man from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Ebenezer Fontes Braga. Now that grazed the head, DAIJIRO Matsui.
Yep, you don't want that connect.
He's got such a whip in that right roundhouse kick. There it is again. It grazed again the head.
And it's so fast. It's an explosive kick. It comes out of nothing. That is perfect. This is
uppercut.
Exactly
now they're trading here. Oh, man, he almost ducked into a knee there.
Oh. No, the knees are coming. Oh, I see it coming.
Matsui shooting, going for the single, but Braga hips to the floor, sprawls out. Braga knee to the head. Matsui starting to take a bit of a beating here, but spinning out into the guard.
But Ebenezer knows now what to expect. Every time he spins out the same way, so he simply steps backwards.
1 minute left in this most exciting of rounds of this fight.
And it could be a finish in a knockout because Ebenezer is looking for it.
Ebenezer should just punch. Just go out there and punch. Don't even worry about the knees. Just punch. He's got his back, but he's not going to be able to submit Matsui with this little time left.
No, he should go for knees now. Or that right uppercut. Now knees.
Go for the soccer kick.
Grab the rope, jump up.
Matsui going for the ankle pick and spinning out. Matsui was able to defend himself and to keep from getting knocked out, but he's so far down in points. It looks like Braga is going to get a win out of this.
This win for Braga 100%. There we go.
I can't really see it any other way. Braga pretty much controlled all the rounds. Matsui landed the right hand in the second, but it really was only one shot. It was a good shot, but Braga just shook it off like it was nothing. Matsui's not really that banged up, though.
Nope.
Like I said before, he had real good defense. He got the strikes, both standing and especially on the ground. Let's go to the decision. We're not surprised. It is a decision. 3 rounds for Ebenezer Fontes Braga.
Jesus.
So far, the show has lived up to the name Raging Rumble. We saw the debut of ASSUEIRO SILVA with a heel hook over VALENTIJN OVEREEM. That means the Shootbox Academy, they've got submissions. We also saw WALLID ISMAÄL return with a side choke victory over SHUNGO OYAMA. That was dramatic.
That was very dramatic. And let's not forget MASAAKI SATAKE against IGOR VOVCHANCHYN. What a battle that was, huh? Both good strikers, both good kickers, and Igor going for submissions. Wasn't that unbelievable?
Igor had the mount, grounded and pounded a little bit, stood up with him, but it was Heath Herring. Now, who's going to want to fight Heath Herring after that fight?
I don't know, man. How scary that was. Did you see when the referee stopped him and asked him to stand up? The look in Heath Herring's eyes, looking at Kerr screaming, "Come on, I want you!" I mean, God,
it was interesting. We established this at the beginning of the show. We said that this was a show about pressure. Kerr was under a great deal of pressure. He went back to his old ways and laid on Heath Herring, hoping it wouldn't stand back up. But then he cracked under the pressure when they stood back up, and that high kick,
oh my God!
And then the knees, and then the referee stopped it. Heath Herring is definitely going to rise up into the top 2 or 3 in the heavyweight division.
Definitely. The Texas Crazy Horse is coming up.
You bring a lot of rage into the ring occasionally. Why is that?
Well, that's just my style. I'm very passionate about what I do. I want to mangle people up. I want to twist them around and do all sorts of nasty things to them, and it just shows in the ring.
Who's the hardest hitter in the sport?
The hardest hitter in the sport would be myself. I am the hardest hitter, bar none, in the sport.
You say you're the hardest hitter in the sport. Who's the hardest puncher that ever punched you?
That ever punched me, I'd have to say Igor VOVCHANCHYN. I didn't even feel his punch. I just woke up after him.
There's a rumor going around that Tank Abbott is going to be coming back to mixed martial arts and may want to fight in Pride. Would you like to fight him? And if so, how would that fight be?
I think definitely I would love to fight Tank. It'd be a crowd-pleasing fight, just as well as Igor and myself has always been. Stand-up fight, 2 guys going at it. Nobody really giving an inch until one goes down, and that's something that crowds love to see. For instance, myself and Tank, it'd be the same thing. I think I'd knock the taste out of his mouth.
What do you think of Tank personally?
Personally, I don't really know him. I hate to make a comment on somebody that I really don't know. He seems to be a bit of an but then again, he seems to be an intelligent individual. So I don't know. It's a toss-up between and intelligence.
There he is.
Big D.
Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira. This is his Pride debut. Big Daddy Gary Goodrich taking this fight on like a week's notice or something, or 10 days. Mark Coleman, originally scheduled to face Antonio Nogueira, hurt his knee in training, and maybe hurt it even more when he went and did a pro wrestling match. Big Daddy never turned down a challenge.
Ever.
Two big guys in the ring. Nogueira says he's been training a lot of Muay Thai. Gary's got big punches, but Gary might not have had enough time to really get into proper condition in this one. So relaxation is going to really, really play into his favor. He's got to stay relaxed.
Yeah, but he got those bombs. And great knees. We saw him.
Okay, now Nogueira shooting in, but Gary just sprawling back and defeating the takedown easily.
Yeah, that's what happens if you train with Tom Erickson.
That's right, and Mark Coleman. Ooh. He's got Tom Erickson in his corner and Coleman in his corner. There's a low kick, but Nogueira may not kick as hard as some of the people that Big Daddy has fought before. Big Daddy fought Satake in a K1 fight. And Satake, look at that punch missed by a mile. Oh, he sprawls again. Now that's a good sprawl. Gary's defense, throw the knee, Gary. And Nogueira pulls guard. Nogueira wants to. Oh, Nogueira with a beautiful roll.
This is not good.
No, this is not good at all for Big Daddy.
Yep, that was one little mistake he made, and he pays the price right now.
Nogueira, a world-class grappler. He feels that there's no heavyweight that have the ground skills that he does in mixed martial arts. He's the winner of the Rings King of Kings 32-man tournament, and he won that tournament with a chokeout of VALENTIJN OVEREEM February 24th of this year.
Look here, he's locking the arm up of Big Daddy and hitting him with the left. This is a very smart thing to do. He goes for it.
Gary with a beautiful reversal, and Nogueira pulling guard. Again, I don't know if he wants to have Gary on top of him necessarily in the guard, because Gary can, he can hit with that right hand.
Right sledgehammer, let's call it.
Yeah, good point. Gary should stand up here. Oh, no, he's going for the armbar. Gary knew he would do this. It looks like, well, he doesn't. He's turned to the left. That's what he should do. Jump over. Oh, but Nogueira's holding him with his arms. Yeah, it's very smart. Well, he's going for triangle, and there we go. Oh no, he's got him. He's got it sunk, boss.
Yeah,
he's got it sunk. There's no way Gary can get out. Gary taps out. Gary taps out to a triangle. Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, Pride debut with a quick chokeout via the triangle choke over Big Daddy Gary Goodrich. Beautiful.
He's got the long legs. He wrapped around Big Daddy's big chest, because normal people cannot do it because he's way too big. But he's got the long legs.
There he goes, embracing his cornerman Luis Alves on the right, and Ebenezer Fontes Braga, Mario Sperry with his back to us, one of the greatest grapplers in the world. Now that was a classic example of jiu-jitsu that will work. Here he is going for the triangle. He's going for the armbar here. It looks like a shoulder lock now, but now he's got the triangle choke.
Right away.
Beautiful triangle, and he rolls him over.
Pulls the head. Perfect.
And Gary taps out, and that's it. Textbook, beautiful, beautiful triangle. This guy may be right in that he's got the best submissions in the heavyweight division. I'm here with Quentin Jackson. Quentin, you're fighting in Pride. What does that mean to you?
Shit, you know, just a day at the office. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're doing your job. I'm here to do my job.
It seems like you've got a lot of rage, and you channel that into your fighting. How does that fuel you?
It's just, you know, like it's just like when I black out, you know what I'm saying? I go and I just let the rage take over. I let, you know, Rampage come in, you know? Let him do his thing. I'm not Quentin when I step in the ring. I'm Rampage.
And do you think that's going to come in handy when you face Sakuraba?
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to have my chain, too.
You're going to have your chain in the ring?
Damn right. Sakuraba tapped out 4 graces, and I got to have a chain with me, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think that street fighters can make the transition into mixed martial artists?
Oh, yeah, when we get some skill, if you teach us some, we'll big fight of my life, and the guy I got to fight, I think he is like one of the best guys, the best fighters in the world. I'm in a no-lose situation, you know. I'm not scared of Sakuraba or no other person, you know what I'm saying? I'll fight anybody for the right to be honest.
So where do you see yourself in 2 years?
Man, in 2 years, I'm on 23, so in 2 years, I see myself being 25.
Okay, we're sitting here at ringside, and we have the pleasure of being assisted in the commentary by Mark the Hammer Coleman, the Pride Grand Prix champion. Mark, it's good to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. But, I would have rather been in the ring tonight, but shit happens.
What can you do? You need to be 100% prepared, man. 100% intact.
Most definitely. Don't do it.
Look at this guy. We've got Quentin Rampage Jackson.
He did quite an obscene gesture. I saw it from here. You couldn't see it on the screen.
That's good to know. Kazushi Sakuraba coming back after his pummeling from Vanderlei Silva in his last fight, and that was Pride 13.
Oh, he can't keep the chain. We see the referee asked him to lose the chain. That is...
of course, he's got to lose the chain. Now Sakuraba, as we had mentioned, pretty much the theme of this show has been pressure.
Oh,
now he's got a lot of pressure on him here to deliver a big win over Quentin Jackson. The fans, as you can hear by the cheers, love Sakuraba. Jackson doesn't mind being the bad guy. He may have been the bad guy 1 or 2 times in his real life.
Oh, yeah.
And in the ring.
And we know about it.
We'll leave it on that note. Jackson's ready to rumble, though. And he's going to throw that high haymaker. Sak going for the single. And Jackson, now we're down in Sakuraba's territory, Mark.
Yes, we are. I think Quentin had some wrestling background. He should have been able to stop that shot, but he's on his back now in a bad position, as we know. It's not good to be on the bottom.
Sakuraba can do a number of things from the guard, but I think he's
passing, going.
Quentin almost passed the guard for him.
Doesn't. Yeah. There you go, baby.
Quentin does have the one. Oh, now Quentin just gave up from a butterfly guard into half guard.
Yeah, that's not a wise thing to do with Sakuraba. He will go for it. Yeah, he's going to escape, go for straight arm or something like that.
Quentin did say he's not going to lay down for Saku. And if he messes up, he's going to slam him, but he's not going to be able to slam him from the bottom. Oh, he's trying to bridge up, but Sakuraba could submit him. Quentin doing some things here that he should do to get it back standing. Had a guillotine choke, but now they're back standing. Quentin should throw the knee here.
Oh, he wanted to do the slam. Did you see it?
Yes, he did.
He told us that he wanted to do a slam.
Sakuraba going. Oh, getting slammed there.
There we go, triangle. Oh my God. And there the slam is.
There was the slam. He predicted the slam, and he did the slam.
2 times, actually.
He does have a lot of power.
He said he wants to knock him out with a slam. But he also said that he's one of Sakuraba's biggest fans.
Yep. Most people are.
You have to. I mean,
I think so because Mark. Oh, Sakuraba going for the triangle.
He goes slam.
And he slams him again and again.
And he's securing the triangle now. Here we go. He holds the head.
And he's slamming him again. It's going to take a lot of energy, Mark, don't you think?
Yes, he's burning a lot of fuel, but very exciting here.
Very exciting. He's doing what he said he was going to do, and those slams are going to take their toll on Sakuraba's back. We've all injured our back at one time or another. It doesn't feel good to get slammed like that on your back.
He has a lot of power. Wow. It definitely took a lot of energy, 3 lifts like that, but Sakuraba's staying relaxed here.
Yes, he is. Sakuraba seemed to be in tip-top shape when we talked to him a couple days ago. He jokingly said that he thinks that Ishizawa versus Ryan Gracie, which is coming up next, will be a more interesting fight than this fight, but I don't know about that so far. But it's Quentin Jackson who's kind of made this fight.
Man, he's doing everything. But one mistake is enough to get caught, and he's already setting an arm up. Look at this, he's holding the arm. With 2 hands, there we go. There it is.
Quentin Jackson would like to say hello to some of his training partners like Rex Wynn, Andy. Oh, he's going to throw him out of the ring. He would also, he's got him.
Oh my God.
He got out of the armbar.
What an exciting fight.
Yes, he's out there with nothing to lose. He's giving all he's got.
Quentin Jackson would also like to say hello to Andy, Alex Lee, and one of his training partners, Dave Roberts.
You can see the fatigue setting in already.
And Saku's,
it has to be.
He's very tired.
Yeah, he just gave up that takedown. He gave it up. Saku's going to probably get into the side mount, spin around, go for an armbar here. He's going to pass. There it is, side mount.
No, straight armbar's going to come up right now.
It's going to come up right here.
You just can't waste that kind of energy out there.
Yeah. But, you know, it made for an action fight.
Yes, it did, but it didn't make for a win, probably. Here.
That's true.
You got to win.
What we're looking for.
I think it's the Gary Goodridge philosophy, right?
There we go. Oh.
And he came in, that nice knee to the head there by Quentin. And that shades of Maurice Smith versus Mark.
Oh, he hits him a few times hard there.
I don't remember nothing about that.
He's going for the reverse hammerlock. There we go.
There we go.
He's going to get it, it looks like.
But Quentin has been so unpredictable. Oh, he's got it. Oh, he got out of it. He got out of it.
Very good escape. Pushing his body away to stretch the arm again. That's perfect.
Look what Quentin's doing. He's giving his
So
back.
explosive.
No, not a good idea with Sakuraba. Sakuraba's going to go for the choke here. But Quentin's going to slam him again.
This is an action-packed fight.
Nice.
Another slam now. What's he going to do with this? He's going to try and suplex him.
And now he has to watch out. Are we going to get
Shades of Renzo Gracie.
Yep.
Shades of Renzo Gracie. He's got the Kimura. Quentin is making this fight.
He's making it very exciting.
I think win or lose, this may not be the last we've seen of Quentin and Pride because...
Knee bar is coming up.
Oh, a knee bar, but Quentin's got his legs crossed.
And he doesn't cross the right way, but he has to watch out.
He's not doing anything right now.
No,
Quentin's doing nothing. He's got his...
He has to do something because otherwise, my God, this guy's the master of escape.
This guy is impressing me. What do you think so far, Mark?
Oh, just great heart out there. He's giving everything he's got. He's got to be.
He got the choke. It's over.
It's over. It's over. Tatsushi Sakuraba has choked out the wild man. Quentin Rampage Jackson. An unbelievable show of heart by Jackson coming in. No one gave him a chance against Sakuraba, but he came in with his heart, and he came in to fight. He made the fight. Sakuraba took care of it. He stepped up to the pressure. Sakuraba stepped up to the immense pressure put on him by the world of mixed martial arts and got the win via rear naked choke. What a fight, guys. What do you think, Mark?
Well, that's what we need in the sport. More fights like this to keep the fans coming back. Just a great fight. I enjoyed every second of it.
Box, what do you think of Quentin Jackson?
Great. He's just started mixed martial arts also, he told us. This guy, look at him, in 2 or 3 years from now, he's a young guy, he's 24 years old. My God, man, what a talent.
Dá licença aqui, ó.
In Japan, there's always a great story when a Gracie fights a Japanese pro wrestler. Is there a lot of pressure being a Gracie?
Tem bastante, mas eu gosto dessa pressão.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, but he loved that pressure.
Okay, a friend of yours, WALLID ISMAÄL, is fighting on the same card. Now, you two don't quite get along. Tell us about the origin of that problem.
A origem desse problema entre você e o WALLID.
A origem do problema é que ele quer ficar aparecendo em cima da família e aprender o jiu-jitsu com a família. E é a mesma coisa que você ensina um cara pra depois querer pegar a própria família.
Yeah, he's actually like, his only problem with him is that even though he came from jiu-jitsu, he came from one of our schools, he still has a big mouth and he talks too much. And Ryan doesn't feel that he has any loyalty to any flag, so by that irritates him a lot. That's one of the main reasons that they have this bad blood going between them.
If you two ever fought, would that be a really great fight for you?
Isso aqui?
Se vocês dois lutarem, seria uma boa luta pra você?
Pô, pra mim, luta até de graça com ele.
He say even for free. You don't need to pay him to do that.
How would that fight go?
O quê?
Como é que essa luta iria se você lutasse com ele?
E arrancar a cabeça dele fora.
You guys would have to collect his head on the crowd. Like he would throw his head over there.
And now for the 8th and final match.
青コーナーより石澤時光選手の入場です。
In the blue corner from Japan, Tokimitsu Ishizawa.
Okay, here he comes, the pride of Japan, Tokimitsu Ishizawa. This is a make it or break it fight for him, guys, because Ishizawa has promised that if he loses this fight to Ryan Gracie, that he will end his fighting career, including pro wrestling.
Wow.
So this is a high-stakes affair.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself.
Wow. Gracie beat him with strikes last time, much to my surprise, because I thought Gracie was going to try submission. We've never seen a Gracie unleash that kind of striking on any opponent that we've seen so far. But Ishizawa has assured us that he trained a lot on his strikes.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see, and if it's been effective, if it's been enough, so that he can do something back. But no, the last time he took him also a little bit by surprise. It wasn't like you know, total domination. He hit him a few times and then he continued hitting. So
Well, it was Gracie that took down Ishizawa off the double jab fake, and then he popped in for a real nice single.
Double leg. He showed a real nice double leg, which kind of surprised me also, but he showed some good wrestling skills also. So he's a well-rounded fighter.
Yes, he is.
And he did pretty good against Sakuraba. You remember? He had
that one round,
high energy level fight.
They came out after him, and Sakuraba couldn't submit him in that one round. He was injured for that fight. So Ishizawa is at the end of the gangplank, and Ryan Gracie has the sword to his back, inching him into the shark-filled water.
In the corner we see Takahashi and Crazy Bob Cook.
Crazy Bob Cook. Takahashi is the guy that beat WALLID ISMAÄL in the UFC.
In the red corner, from Brazil,
Ryan Gracie has this aura about him. I'm not going to say he's evil, but he's definitely a bad boy.
Yeah, I would say I witnessed a little bit of myself in person over in Brazil a couple of times, and kind of, well, fortunately, he likes me a little bit, so that was good for me.
Okay, tell us.
Well, so you saw him get involved in street altercations then?
Well, he just showed me a few of his weapons, and I took a couple steps back. I'll take him personally, but I'm not going to take on his weapons.
No.
I see.
That's not for us. That's not for real, man.
A long time ago. I think he's matured quite a bit since then. This was 4 or 5 years ago, so hopefully he's grown up quite a bit, and he can stay serious in this sport here.
Well, he does have a real serious rivalry with one of the other competitors earlier tonight. WALLID ISMAÄL and Ryan Gracie hate each other to the core.
That's a fight that I think many people would like to see. So
I think if Ryan can get past Ishizawa, God bless it, because Ishizawa would have to retire that match, because people want to see a grudge match. I mean, technical fights are great and respect is great, but the world at large, the non-mixed martial art fans, they don't want to necessarily see guard and arm bar and singles and doubles and punches and kicks. They want to see emotions, they want to see passion, they want to see personalities.
Yeah, in this sport, really most people, we do have respect for each other, but there aren't many grudge matches, so that would be something to see, a grudge match.
Oh, yeah. But this one right here, when a Gracie faces a Japanese pro wrestler, there's a lot of overtones to that, too.
It looks like he put on a little size, so maybe we can have a good fight here.
Yeah, he's looking real good.
He feels the pressure, folks. Believe me, he feels the pressure.
But this man also is feeling the pressure. He is carrying the Gracie's name.
Look at those eyes, though. Look at those eyes. Those are the eyes, in my opinion, of confidence. This is a do-or-die situation for Ishizawa. The whole country of Japan is on his shoulders. What can he do to defeat Ryan Gracie? Let's find out.
That's a good question. We'll see right here. Here we go.
He really wants to go.
Let's go. Let's go. That could be an intimidating thing for someone in their second mixed martial art fight to face a predator. Ryan going for the half guillotine, but Ishizawa in the side mount.
Yeah, there's nothing there. He should hold it yet to try to get the guard.
Got him in the cradle here, or almost had him in the cradle.
Oh, he's winding up for the knees. The arm is there to protect himself right now, but he cannot do anything else with his right arm, because otherwise he's going to receive a big knee to the head, I think.
I think, so far, I can be safe in saying that this is a much different fight than the first one. Both men hustling, a lot of hustling going on here, Mark. Up kick by Ryan Gracie. It catches Ishizawa, but Ishizawa rolled with it.
Yeah, this is a position we all seen here a lot of times.
Ryan with a stomp from the down position to the left knee of Ishizawa. Both men came out with so much energy.
Ishizawa does have an extensive wrestling background, doesn't he, as an amateur?
Yes, he does. He's a freestyle wrestling champion, national college championship winner 3 times, 88 through 91, and national championship winner 1991. And he's won some titles in pro wrestling for what that's worth. But right now, he's 0-1 in mixed martial arts, and he needs this one. He needs this one to continue in life, practically. We got a restart there by referee Yuji Shimado from Ryan Gracie back to standing. Ryan coming in, kicking, and Ishizawa stalling back.
Beautiful. And the side mount again. Yes. Whoa, that's the first knee.
Ishizawa fighting his heart out here. Really impressive so far, defeating the takedowns of Ryan Gracie. Ending up on top, not in the guard. You don't want to be in the guard of a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu man. That will give him the advantage.
Yeah, this is a perfect position for him. He should.
He can wait here for a second and really regroup and figure out what he's going to do. If he's going to knee, if he's got an armbar of his own, I hear.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if he wants to try it on Ryan Gracie.
Yeah, it's bad, man. You can lose position.
Ryan trying to roll out of side mount and almost getting guard.
He's got some good control going on.
From what I understand, he flew in yesterday, Ryan Gracie.
Ryan did fly in yesterday because evidently he felt like coming in the day before, he wouldn't suffer the second day jet lag, which there's a big turnaround from Brazil. I wouldn't have done that.
I think it's bad strategy. I think it may cost him here. I think the jet lag could set in today.
Yeah, because I know WALLID ISMAEL came in 8 days before to defeat the jet lag. I know coming over here from the U.S., it takes me about 3 days to get over jet lag.
Yeah, I'd like to get at least 5 days. 1 day, that doesn't sound smart to me, but we'll see what happens there.
Ishizawa seems to be in control of this fight so far. Ryan might be trying to wait him out, but he's got to be careful with those knees. Ishizawa has got to pace himself, though. He can't really spend everything he's got by getting excited. But it seems like he is doing just that. Ryan trying for guard, and Ryan achieving guard here. He's got a butterfly guard. He's in a side position.
Ishizawa has to watch out now that he doesn't get turned.
He's going to get turned because he will be mounted, and that will be a bad position. Ishizawa standing up. Smart move by Ishizawa. Don't want to be in Ryan Gracie's guard. Give Ryan a chance for an armbar or a triangle. The danger will be in Ryan's guard or if Ryan gets the mounted position. Those are the 3 dangerous positions that most people would expect from a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu man.
Yep, Ishizawa is doing very well. He keeps going like this, he might win the fight.
Totally different fight. By this time in the last fight, the fight was over, and Ryan is doing nothing basically. Either was Ishizawa. Restart there again, Ryan back to standing. Expect Ryan to shoot like he did before. No need to think anything different will happen. Now we're going to see some strikes, I think.
I think so too, because he knows.
Ishizawa trapped the leg.
Nice. Beautiful.
Couple punches there. What happened?
Oh, come on.
What was that?
I don't know.
Separated a rib or something.
Looked like he got hit in the rib. Was it the punch that did it?
No, he twisted. I think he twisted and separated the
Oh
rib.
my God! Tokumitsu Ishizawa has defeated Ryan Gracie. I don't know whether it was an injury from a strike.
No, I think he twisted and separated the rib. I've seen it in wrestling many times. I think he did it to himself.
Okay, now this really throws a monkey wrench into Ryan Gracie's plans to meet up with WALLID ISMAEL, but this keeps Tokumitsu Ishizawa alive.
Yes.
And we all know We all like to have a job, and he was basically saying he was going to give up his job if he lost.
Well, he's a wrestler, and wrestlers, they challenge themselves, and they're used to coming back from losses, and hell, I'm very proud of the guy right there. It was a great fight. He was controlling the whole thing, and he should be very proud of himself.
He dealt with the pressure so well. His pride, pardon the pun, rose his conditioning, everything. There he is with Antonio Inoki, one of his mentors, getting the congratulatory handshake. Wow, he stopped the Gracie.
Wow, I wonder what's going on. Yeah, maybe we can see something if we get the replay.
Okay, it was a referee stoppage, high in motion that he was unable to continue due to a rib injury at 4:51 into round number 1. And there's that, he picked that leg off and he was going for side control. High seemed to be in trouble here, and then all of a sudden, yeah, Mark, as you said, it looked like he twisted wrong. That's a painful thing.
And you know what, Mark? That you said with the jet lag has something to do with it. Your body's not rested. You're coming here from the long trip. You go from Brazil to LA, from LA to Japan. It takes a lot of power out of your body.
Very big mistake. Maybe his body wasn't ready, and you twist wrong. That can happen. As you can see, he's in a lot of pain right here. But
well, now
a win's a win and a loss is a loss. So there you have it.
Let me ask you guys. Now they're 1-1. High-end totally dominated the first fight and beat the hell out of Tokumitsu Ishizawa. Ishizawa dominated this one. Should they have a rematch?
I don't know.
Very short and sweet from Tokumitsu Ishizawa. Thanks, and thanks to all, is what he said.
Ishizawa, nice job.
Excellent work. Excellent work. Ishizawa has got to really be riding high here. He's got to really be riding high here. There he is with Antonio Inoki. What is next for Ishizawa, do you think?
I don't know. A good thing would be WALLID, maybe. Huh?
I think WALLID would be good, but WALLID might get more problems on the ground from what I saw tonight, because Shungo Oyama was a tough opponent. But Ishizawa used his wrestling, put it together with some strikes, and made Ryan Gracie fight his fight. He didn't wait around for him to pull guard or anything. He stayed out of the guard. But I think WALLID would be a different opponent.
He looked to me to be a well-rounded fighter. He come back strong. He's been obviously in the training room improving, and you know, he's a great wrestler. I can tell he's got great shots. I think Ryan Gracie caught him by surprise in the first fight. And, that was it. I think the first fight was a little bit of a fluke, and I think maybe we'll see the better fighter tonight.
Okay, so if he has a fight with WALLID ISMAÄL, what are you picking that one, Mark?
I think it'd be a great fight, but it could go either way. But this guy here impresses me. And he's a wrestler, and you know, I back wrestlers.
I know you do. Boss, what's your pick in that fight?
Oh, I don't know. I think he has more submission skills. But what we saw, I think he's going to take WALLID down. You know, and I think his takedown defense will be very good too. So difficult to call a pick, you know. But I'm also very impressed with him.
You know, Mark, we saw a wrestler beat a jiu-jitsu guy. Could this be shades of things to come for Mark Coleman, Antonio Nogueira?
That is the plan. I'm going to be training as hard as I've ever trained in my life, because Nogueira, he seems to be incredibly technical on the ground, and one mistake and it could be over, but I don't plan on making any mistakes, and I'm going to win that fight somehow. I'm looking for a knockout.
a knockout is something you got in your last fight. It's interesting because Nogueira comes from rings, and rings do not allow punching on the ground. He fought 10 fights like that. Now, we saw VALENTIJN OVEREEM come in with Gary Goodridge and get stopped with strikes. Gary couldn't do the strikes. He took it on short notice, to be fair. That may be the problem that you may give to him, so he's probably going to have to work his defensive strikes, even if he's in the guard.
We'll probably be in the guard a little bit, and I do plan on landing some punches from the guard, but I better be careful because he's. I've seen him fight before. He's got some serious submission skills, but I feel comfortable with where my submission skills are at right now, and also I'm comfortable with where I'm at standing up. So I'm very capable of beating this guy.
Okay, tonight we have seen some amazing fights. We have seen submissions. We have a lot of submissions tonight, boss.
Unbelievable. I was so impressed. We saw even, again, VOVCHANCHYN going 2 times for a takedown, the ankle pick, which was impressing me a lot because SATAKE delivered a lot of punishment also. You know, he took more, but he stayed in there. He took a lot of punishment, and he stayed in there, and he kept firing back.
But it was Heath Herring. Heath Herring really, really stepped up to the plate here. We wanted to see if Mark Kerr still had the commitment it took. We didn't know. Mark Kerr kind of went down and started to do a lay and pray fight, but they got the restart, and it was shades of Tom Erickson all over again. The high kick came, and then it was curtains for Mark Kerr. We'll see. Gary Goodridge, he took it on the chin, or well, actually, he got submitted with a triangle choke, but he took it on short notice.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with that. Kazushi Sakuraba is back.
Yes, totally back. And we didn't see him like we saw him before. He wasn't coming out in a strange outfit or screaming to the people. This time he was ready to fight. We saw he looked better, more muscles. He put on some weight, but muscles weight, not fat. You know, I think he was really coming back, show the people that he's still in the game, up to something new.
But making his Pride debut, let's not forget ASSUEIRO Silva, maybe a name that we're going to think about in the heavyweight division in the future, comes from the Shootbox Academy, primarily known, Mark, for strikes. He did a heel hook against VALENTIJN OVEREEM, beat him in his own game.
Yes, but it didn't look like such a good heel hook to me. He should have been able to get out of that. He's a very strong fighter. Everybody is turning it up a notch. If you don't improve, you stay the same, you're going to lose, you're going to fall behind. Everybody's getting better. That's just the name of the game. You have to improve or you're going to lose.
So that's it, folks. It's been another wild night of action from the Pride Fighting Championships Raging Rumble. On behalf of my partner, Bas Rutten, Mark the Hammer Coleman, thanks for joining us. I'm Steven Quadros. I'm the Fight Professor, and we'll see you next time. Domo arigato.
Gozaimasu.
Sayonara.
Baby.
I thought Sakuraba may tap out from the slam, but he didn't.
He didn't. Sakuraba is a tough Damn. Man, I wanted this victory, but you know, my second loss. You know, I guess I'm training hard. I'm training very hard, and you know, one day Rampage will be the best fighter in the world. Hopefully, I see my career in Japan. I really like Japan. The crowd here, the fans here are phenomenal. I love the fans. And in America, the people don't even know what mixed martial arts is all about. This is where mixed martial arts is. This is the home for mixed martial arts right here. I love Japan.
I'm here with Heath Herring. Heath, you knocked off Mark Kerr.
Yeah. I mean, what does that feel like? Big win. Feels great. Feels really good. Lets us know where we need to be. Where we need to be is we're still growing, still working. I don't think Core's completely happy with everything, but we're getting there, and we're slowly working our way up. Mark Kerr was a big top name fighter, and still is, I think. But yeah, it worked for us tonight, and God was really with us tonight, so I was lucky, man.
You had a conversation with Kerr after you beat him. What did you guys talk about?
Kerr's a great guy. As always, he's a gentleman. He said I hit like a girl, I kick okay, but he said my knees are more like a man. So, but he's a good guy, and it was really for me as an honor to fight Kerr. You know, I was watching him fight when I was in high school, of all things, fighting the UFC and the WVCs, and I just remember thinking, man, what a monster. And all my friends now, they were like, oh, you have to fight Kerr. So it's for me personally, it's kind of like, you know, the guy you watched when you were younger, and it was a big deal. It was a big win for me. In my mind, it was a big win, and I'm really proud of it.
If he said you hit like a girl, then how did he hit?
Yeah, you can see how he hit. I think from the Vitor fight, it really put something in me that I'm just not going to lay on the ground. I'm not going to be lazy. I'm here to fight. You know, we have 20 minutes to give everything we have, and if you're walking out at the end of the 20 minutes and you still got something, you haven't put it all on the table. So I had my chance, and I let it come out, man.